Hello everyone, welcome to ripafunnel Tuesday, where I will be tearing down a funnel end to end, starting from an ad and an ad copy, the attribution used to track the conversions to these ads, what was the offer on the landing page, the structure of those landing pages, and of course, once I opt into the offer, what took place thereafter. Today I'm discussing Join Tyson, a very solid funnel that's where the highlight of it is the pre-recorded webinar process. So let's start from the ad. I was browsing YouTube, doing my inspirational marketing, learning something new, and it came up. So there's some relevance there. Very good targeting on the segment, on the target audience, which I definitely belong to. Now the ad was very clean, very clear, which I like. He's speaking with a whiteboard behind him, so I know exactly what this ad would lead like. It's leading me to a course to learn how to get leads online. Very clear, thumbs up on that. Once I clicked it, you can see right here, there's a wicket source. I'm looking at the attribution here. Wicket source instead of UTM source, and wicket ID instead of probably some other UTM. So he's not using the traditional attribution here. What he's doing, he is using what I believe is wicket analytics, and I pulled it up real quick here for you. Wicket reports, sorry. It's a tool that helps with attribution. So that's something that he's used in his reports to probably get better attribution on leads. If you're wondering what attribution is, it's technically being able to pinpoint where leads came from down to the ad copy itself. Now UTM source and terms and content might give you better indication that this is the ad variation. He might have been tracking this through these wicket IDs. Okay, the G-click part doesn't make a lot of sense to us because it's just appended by Google for their own tracking reasons. Once I clicked on this ad, I was redirected to this page. Okay, a very compact squeeze page, no navigation, no branding. I think it's a little bit weak. It does have a very clear headline and a big button right in my face. All right, now here is yes, save my place. Now the problem with this is that the branding is lacking, so it looked like it was just created out of the blue. So for me, it loses a little bit of the value to attend the webinar, but that's my own personal preference. And also, he could be at the mercy of the pre-recorded webinar system that he's using. Anyways, by clicking on the link here, or the button, this is the sign up. It just tells me what I can opt in for and the time of the webinar. So this is probably just part of whatever webinar system he's using, and I think he is using joinnow.live for the pre-recorded webinar process. You can check them out, joinnow.live. All right, moving on. Once I filled this out, I was redirected to his webinar. It was pre-recorded, and there were what I think was fake comments and attendees. Okay, that's something common to many of these pre-recorded webinars. They give you the ability to add fake comments and fake attendees to make your webinar look like it's lively and it has a lot of attendance. I could be wrong on this, but my initial analysis and looking at the patterns, it seemed like so. Now, not that it's a turn off for me, because I understand this is a great marketing channel, but it took away from, this is a live event type of flair that I personally like in nowadays. All right, in terms of this page, I think it's pretty weak, but the one thing I like is that it has the rule of one. There's only one CTA and one CTA only. Now, if I try to sign up today, let me show you the thank you page. Now the thank you page is getting redirected to somewhere else, which is this link right here. And note the UTM tracking here is missing. So there's a little bit of UTM tracking, but it's different analytics. UTM source, UTM term, UTM campaign, and auto login ID. So I think this is just inherited from the sign up form versus the wicket reports. When I try to log in now for the training session, it's already expired. This is just a confirmation. It redirects me to his main event page, where now I can book the same exact schedule of pre-recorded events right on here. He's not collecting a lot of information, and the opt-in is straightforward. The format of this page is also solid. There's no navigation, main CTA, about Tyson, countdown, and also I believe the times of the upcoming events. What you're going to be learning, and yes, claim my spot. Very clean. I give him a little more thumbs up on this page versus the one leading from the ad. All right, enough with the landing page. So far we got a solid ad. The pre-recorded webinar pages, which is, it's okay. Let's see what happened after I claimed my spot. So these are the emails that I got over the course of the week. The first one was no reply. I really hate no reply emails. Please invite conversations. But I think it's a default join now webinar software which is using. Okay, the problem with it is it doesn't look like it's coming up from a person, and people love to have conversations. Okay, no replies invites no conversations. You can see here he is giving me a link where he's going to go live. In this case, it's redirecting me back to the schedule. Okay, so I have to wait. Try to attend from desktop, and there's a bonus. This is where I really like, guys. He is using Messenger to give me an offer, and the reason he's using it along with some marketers is that now you can send messages through Messenger once you go ahead and confirm the conversation. So he's trying to get my opt-in for an email, a phone number, and as well as through Messenger. Very smart. Of course, I'm gonna get remarketed too through codes that he has on his site. All right, the details of this webinar is here. Again, redirecting you back to the main page. 2 more emails here, guys. One of them is, oh my God, I almost forgot. I think this is a very long email. Okay, just too much talk for me. But he's introducing himself, and he's just sharing a couple of other resources, which is great. But I think too much talk. In this case, he's using Infusion Mail. So he shifted systems from the default Join Now to Infusion Mail, which is a Keep, or previously known as Infusionsoft. Okay, and he is properly verified. I'm gonna check his headers real quick. Okay, pass on the SPF, pass on the DKIM, but unfortunately on the DMARC he has a fail, which I highly recommend you guys do not fail your DMARCs. Make sure you set up the DMARCs correctly and have your DNS settings properly buttoned up. Not a big deal in terms of, it's a breaker for deliverability, but it's one of the factors that could improve it. Last email is, Richard, I'm not mad, but what happened to you? He does have a tracking midway of this webinar, which it seems like he has some reporting provided by his solution. And I thought that was good. You left early, you didn't attend the whole thing, but it's okay. Here's the full lesson, or register for another follow-up. All of these CTAs seem to be leading to the same exact schedule. Okay. He has his address on the bottom properly buttoned up, and here he has his preferences, where I can remove myself from Infusionsoft. All right, so this is it. I think overall he did a good job on the ad, not so good of a job on the attribution tracking. The landing page structure, half-half. One of them was, very basic. The other one was solid. The email cadence is very weak. He jumped between systems. No reply here. I think he should provide a little bit more emails and buttoned up his branding. So I would give this probably 6 out of 10, primarily because of the ads and one of the landing pages. All right, this is it, guys. Thank you so much. Check out Tyson Zahner and his training. The content is pretty solid. This is just strictly about his funnel. If you find this helpful, or if you have any funnel ideas you'd like me to analyze, please share them via the chat. Thank you so much.